All right, look, what we're gonna do is write out. Remember, you gotta come from something. 7 years. 7 years. December. Would I trade anything? Nope. Come on, baby. Look, we're gonna look and see where we're getting like all the space stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to keep it simple. Been praying to keep calm. And I'm gonna get back with some of y'all if you're watching this. I've just been busy. But anyways, look. Movies, cartoons, you know, especially in this, you know, and all through the 1900s. This and this. Space was pushed. I mean, it still is to this day. That's all I'm saying is like everything, you know, commercials, you know, on the news stations, they have the globes, you know, they have it's crazy because then you've got NASA, but like the movies, before a movie starts, what is it? It's something that has to do with space, like something zooming in and out from space. And the cartoons, you know, especially Disney, you know, you've got Star Trek, Star Wars, you know, all the movies are all space and heliocentric. There's basically zero for the geocentric. There's not. Well, I'm rewriting that. I want you to think about that. This is geometry, geography, geographical location, you know, geoengineering, because it's horizontal. And our whole point is, you know, they're always, the people who own Hollywood, own the news, they're all one anyways. And then they took control of the schools. And what you learn in a very young age, we'll say 3rd or 4th grade, is going to stick in your mind. You know, when in reality, we should be learning this. We should be learning the mineral salts. Because you know, you've got it on the candy wrappers. You've got it in the fast food kids meals. You've got it on billboards. You've got it on radio all day long. You know, and what do you have over here? Nothing. Nothing. See, time comes from this. Time, seasons, you know, everything. Fire, earth, air, water, the main thing being carbon and water. That's everywhere. Carbon and, you know, water, but carbon mainly. Because this is, we're magnetic. You know, they can say whatever they want to over here, but and we're electric. And they don't want you to know that. You know, it's everywhere. And you have to start really, really thinking on like, look at this. And then of course, we've got the professional sports. The athletes, you know, pushing space movies like Space Jam. And that shit can't fucking happen. And they'll never argue because this is all a big Ponzi scheme and big, 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 big sorcery. And, oh, I'm sorry. The mega churches. Any church that pushes that shit right there is not on your side. I'm sorry. It's not in here, guys. It's not in there. And what Satan has done is this is him. This is him. This is like the subconscious that they're driving because the pills are in here and the modified foods, fast food. You know, these are all substances. These are all going to the brain. Then you hear it on the radio, you see it on the billboard, you fucking grow up around it. Because the Roman Empire, which is Satan, which all the churches bow down to, you know, which is the Vatican, they control us because your birth certificate's going to say commerce. It's going to say registrar. It's going to say Department of Agriculture. Because that means you're nothing more than livestock. That's it. And they've given you enough distractions and gotten you away from all this. You know, because look, seriously. They don't, there's way more, but they don't, there's nothing ever about geocentric, about flat. Nothing. And truthfully, your eyes. See, we've been corrupted through all this. Gadgets and the pills, all that shit, and cannabis and hemp and this, what's natural, has been taken from us. And your ability to grow tobacco and really make alcohol, because see, they own the money. When you eradicate everything natural, then you have to consume their shit and they make all the money. They create the money and give you fucking off bill and nightclubs and all this shit and sports and balls here, go fuck off, just like a bunch of little bitty children. And you do. And vacation and all that shit now. And they're the ones who created that to give you the money to take it back and then build a new world order around you. And then when they have enough time and they control the hospitals because they created the obesity and everything by eradicating everything natural. Now we have to depend on them. They're fake experts, which are Satanists and death doctors, tell you that it's a genetic condition. Or it's pre-existing or God chose you to have cancer when they created it. This all, space, cancer, all this shit is fucking lies. It's lies and it's Satan. And the reason the news doesn't ever talk about it is because it's Satan. The news is so disgusting now that it is the lowest form of vibration for the brain and mind and anything, because everybody's under the influence of something fucking stupid. And they're just sitting there. You know, because they've eradicated everything natural, and we're to a point to where the people don't even care. Because they've made us so lazy within our minds, and eradicated the mineral salt and the brain fluid, which is potassium phosphate. And they've changed the oil within us. The oil is Christos, which is Christ. And we cook with Crisco oil. What a mockery. Satan gives us Crisco oil to cook and fry food in, meat, that has not even been raised with care and been like, all right, you lived a good life, now we're going to eat you. No, it's all, got to make money now. Chick-fil-A, make money. And that's Satan, because they push all this. That's what they do. Water's no good anymore. Water's what we're made of. And they don't teach you in school anything about being healthy. None at all. They teach you how to fucking be on gadgets. That shit has warped eyes and everything. Suicide rate is through the roof, all that shit. But no, man, you shot vaccine because it's Satan. You're gone. You would take for your rest of your life to come out of the programming that you're in. So it's easier to stay in a lie and eventually just dismiss it just like a meth head or an alcoholic. But down the road you'll have a consciousness and it weighs on you. So you need to try, because they have fucking lied to you and me. This is Satan's world. This is God's will. The will of God, which is good will now. Look, the one eye. Hey, it's the one eye. Fucking. It's stupid. But it's all right there. All you got to do is just look and pay attention, because there's over 200 verses in there that tells you you're not moving. And it talks about the zodiac. And this is your anatomy as well. And they don't want you to know that. And these are in there. And that's in there. And we're part of it. All of it together. And we've been disconnected and put inside plumbing and heating and air, electricity and all this shit when we had ways before all this. And we've been so stupid for generations now that we just, what? What are you talking about, man? I got it made. And it's like you depend on their hospitals too. When they stop all that, the sick people are going to have a horrible death. And that's what they want, is to overpopulate the world in 100 years, make it sick, make it fucking have cancers and all that shit, and then blame non-vaxxers eventually, bring in aliens, fucking bring in AI and say, we got to fight them with AI, but we got to come together as one, even though we built the fucking AI. Remember, the money, they gave it to us to distract us. They had a board meeting a long time ago. I've seen it in my visions. They have a board meeting just like anything else and decide on what to do. And they said, well, we're going to give them, we're going to spoil them. Give them an opportunity to have money that we created, but control the environment, and then give them want. And that satanic emotion has just fucking, it's in everybody. I want. And it's just sick. But there you go. That's some fire right there. One more. And we've got infrared fucking cameras, videos people have posted. There's lasers and everything that can prove that shit is legit. And they have no fucking proof whatsoever other than going, here, look at that. Look at this. Here are the new iPhones. I got to go get it. Yeah. And then everybody's distracted. There's nothing at all. Everything comes from flat. So can you see it now? Should be able to. Later.